Once your startup assignment has been marked and the office has confirmed that you are eligible to be enrolled, you will have access to the rest of the course. Now, if you go to the content page, you will see a lot more content available to you. The course is split into 4 modules: physics, biology, earth science, and chemistry. If you open up one of those sections, you can see the different components of that unit. The first link in each module will open the StudyForge lessons in a new window. We'll open this a little later in the course tour. The other links will lead you to the assignment files, the quizzes, or sometimes the assignment submission folders. You will complete these as you move through the StudyForge lessons. You'll know when you have to complete an assignment or quiz when you see a notification in StudyForge telling you to return to Brightspace and complete a graded assessment. If you aren't aware, the learning environment we are looking at right now is a program called Brightspace, made by a company named D2L, or Desire to Learn. Let's talk about the assignments now. If we open one up, like Biology Assignment Number 1, you will see a preview of the file. But to actually complete this assignment, you will need to download the file to your computer. Anywhere you see a yellow box is where you should be inserting your work. Most of the assignments are Word documents. If you don't have Microsoft Word, there are many other programs you can use to complete the assignment. The formatting might just be slightly altered. Once you've completed the assignment and are ready to submit it, go to the Assignments tab at the top of the page. Choose the appropriate folder, upload the assignment from your computer, and click Submit. The easiest files for your teacher to mark are Word files, but PDF documents work as well. If you have pictures of your work, these should usually be inserted into the assignment document. However, you can also upload image files directly to the assignment folder. Anytime you are submitting an image, make sure you resize the image document to around 200 kilobytes in size. Go to the Tips Content section to see how to do this. Back in the Assignments page, notice that there are folders for your completed notes. In StudyForge, you will generate a fill-in-the-blank version of the notes that you can fill in as you move through the lessons. You will have to submit your completed notes to gain access to the review package for the face-to-face exams and to have your test marked. If you're ready to complete a quiz, you can access it in 2 ways. First, you can click on the quiz link in the module page. The second way is to click on the Quizzes tab at the top and choose which quiz you want to write. Notice that in Brightspace, there is a meter on the top of the page that tells you how much of the course you've completed. Unfortunately, this is not a reliable way to understand how much of the course you have actually done. This tool only tracks how many of the pages you've opened, but it doesn't know that some pages involve significantly more work than others, or whether you've actually completed everything in that page. A better way to see how much of the course you've completed is to look at your grades page. The numbers that you should look at are the middle number and the last number. The middle number tells you what % of the graded assessments you've completed. This takes into account the weighting of the assessments. So, after you write a face-to-face exam, which is worth 20% of your mark, this number will increase by 20. The last number tells you your current mark from all of the assessments you've completed so far. To finish the tour, we're going to look at a StudyForge lesson. Back in the content page, click on the StudyForge Lessons link. This will take you to the first lesson in the module. Once you are here, you can navigate to any other lesson or module you wish. Notice that you have access to all of the StudyForge courses. Make sure you stick to the VLN science course if you don't want to get confused. This printer icon is where you can generate the fill-in-the-blank notes for the lessons. You can choose which lessons you want to include and whether you want to include the practice questions or readings. It is recommended that you just print out the lessons for the notes and complete the practice questions in StudyForge electronically. But you do have the option of printing them out on paper if you wish. Once the notes have been generated, you can choose to print them out on paper or to print them to a PDF file. Research studies have shown that the physical act of writing significantly improves a student's learning. Therefore, it is recommended that you physically print them out and fill them in by hand. However, you do have the option of filling them in electronically by using a PDF editing software. If this is the option you want to take, see the Tips content section for links on how to do this. When it comes time to submit the notes, scan your paper notes or take a picture of them and submit it to the proper assignment folder. Now that you've printed the notes, you can start the lesson. You can watch the videos, click through the different readings, work through simulations, and answer the practice questions. Notice how StudyForge tracks what you've completed with this green color. Many of the lessons will have a question titled Glossary. This is a special question that has been bookmarked and linked to a project. The project bookmarks allow you to be able to view all the lesson components that are linked to that project. So, if you wanted to look back at all your glossary terms when studying for the exam, you can open up the glossary project. The glossary project runs through the whole course. Other projects, however, are specific to a certain module, so you would find them under the Lesson drop-down box. If, at the end of the module, you are working on a project and want to re-look at a video or reading related to it, you can open up that project, and StudyForge will show you all the lesson components with that project's bookmark. You or your teacher can check your progress through the lessons at any time by clicking My Progress. You can see what percentage of each module you've completed. Or you can look with much more detail and see the lesson components you've completed within a given lesson. If there were any practice questions that you said you didn't understand, these will show up with yellow or red colors, so you know which sections you will have to go back and review. When it comes time for you to complete an assignment or quiz, there is a notification in the StudyForge lesson telling you to go back to Brightspace to do the assessment. Whenever you see these logos, you need to stop and submit something for grading. If you are ever confused about when an assignment needs to be completed, you can also look at the course outline for a list of lessons, assignments, and quizzes in the order they should be completed. This concludes our tour. I hope you enjoy taking online science with the VLN.